Listen, let's get right into it. Is your car spying on you and sending this information over to data furnishers to make your insurance higher? Well, listen, guys, we got this caught on camera. Let's get right into it. All right.
Your car could be spying on you, and at least one automaker is sharing that information with insurance companies. I'm
Mhm.
George Estevez in for Justin Farmer.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Linda Stouffer. A Henry County woman learned it was happening to her when her insurance bills skyrocketed, and now she's warning others about the issue. New at 6, Channel 2 consumer investigator Justin Gray is live with how you can find out if your data has also been shared. Justin.
Yeah, Linda, Tanika Clay requested her LexisNexis consumer file. This is it. More than 200 pages, most of it from General Motors data about her driving from the onboard computer in her car. So this is it.
This is it.
Hundreds of pages.
Hundreds of pages. This is my LexisNexis Consumer Disclosure Report. I'm appalled.
Hundreds of pages of data on Tamika Clay's LexisNexis credit report from her Chevy Camaro.
Connecting to OnStar.
She's learned the OnStar system is tracking things like acceleration events, high-speed events, and hard brake events. And GM shared 603 of those entries with data brokers.
OnStar app, you're thinking safety and if it gets stolen, but certainly not spying on me and sending information to the insurance companies.
It's the exact same scenario described in this proposed class action lawsuit filed just one day after Clay received her LexisNexis report this month. Clay requested the report because her insurance had gone up 80%. And when she tried to shop around, an insurance broker sent a denial letter and suggested she check her LexisNexis records to see why.
All this means I'm a bad insurance risk and hike my premiums.
Your car's essentially turning into a computer and collecting data on you as you drive.
Michael Brooks is executive director of the Center for Auto Safety and says technology is ahead of the law here.
Right now, there are no federal laws requiring that automakers have privacy protections for their owners or cybersecurity protections on their vehicles.
After the lawsuit became public, GM announced it is severing ties with two data brokers, telling us in a statement, quote, as of March 20th, OnStar Smart Driver customer data is no longer being shared with LexisNexis or Versic. Customer trust is a priority for us, and we are actively evaluating our privacy processes and policies. Anyone can do what Clay did, request their LexisNexis Consumer Disclosure Report under the Fair Credit Reporting Act.
Never did I imagine that it would be spying on us and sending information about driving habits. That's just unbelievable.
Now, we also reached out to LexisNexis, who tells us in a statement, quote, telematics-based insurance programs can be extremely valuable in helping consumers improve their driving and lower risk. We utilize various channels for consumers to request a copy of their LexisNexis Consumer Disclosure Report and to dispute any data on that report that the consumer feels is inaccurate. And it's not just GM sharing data. In fact, LexisNexis in a 2020 press release said that more than 10 million cars they're getting data from, and they have contracts with 5 of the 10 top insurance companies. Again, you can request a copy of your LexisNexis Consumer Report free of charge and see if your data is being collected. Reporting live in Midtown, Justin Gray, Channel 2 Action News.
Listen, guys, this is next level. This is next level stuff here, guys. First off, now this explains a couple of things. One, we now understand why a lot of the insurance rates have been going up, and that is because they have the information, guys. Okay, so first off, let me go ahead and do a couple things. Number one, I'm going to go ahead and put in the comments. Okay, so if you guys want to see your LexisNexis report for free at no additional charge, then what you can do is I'm actually going to pull this up here. Give me 1 second. Let me see if it'll let me do this here. Give me 1 second. I want to actually see. I'm going to get this link for you guys. But either way, I'm going to put that inside the chat so you guys can actually grab that. So give me 1 second. Let me stop sharing that part. Okay. And that way, if you all want to actually see if your information has been sent over, okay, then you most definitely can review this on your own. And then you can actually go from there. But this is why a lot of your insurance rates have been increasing because of that. Okay, so I just put that inside the chat so you guys can go ahead and check that out. as soon as you can and see if your information is being shared or if your car is sending information to your insurance company. Okay. Now, a couple takeaways we want to get from this is that, of course, we saw that Tamika, right? She discovered that her insurance rates had skyrocketed. So if your insurance rates have skyrocketed as well, then, of course, she then said, okay, why is this? Right. So if your insurance rates have done it well as well, it's more than likely the LexisNexis consumer report and found that hundreds of pages of data had her driving habits and collected her car's computer. If she was speeding, if she okay. Now, GM, now there's a couple things to understand here. There's two things to understand. One, General Motors is one company. Okay, they're one company. All right. So that means that there could be other companies. And remember, they have data on over 3 million vehicles. Now, don't get me wrong, General Motors makes a lot of vehicles, right? But they said it's not just GM. So if you all want to see who's doing this and what this trend is, then you all can actually see on your LexisNexis report. But GM, the car manufacturer, have been sharing data with data brokers, and that's how it ended up on the LexisNexis report. So, and just so you guys know, the type of information that they send is acceleration events, high speed events, braking events. All right. And then she wasn't the one that filed the lawsuit, but she was the one that actually was like, listen, I need to show you. Let's put this on camera and see how thick that was. Y'all saw how big that paperwork was, right? And so either way, after the lawsuit was filed, GM announced that they would stop sharing that data with LexisNexis. But again, it's just that company. All right. So I put that link inside of the comments as well, so you guys can get that information as well. Now, just so you guys know, too, if you all are looking to improve your credit score, qualify for homeownership, or lower your monthly car payment, we can help you just like we help these other people. As you can see, we have over 197 Google reviews. If you want to learn more, go ahead and scan that QR code right there on the screen or check the link inside the description below. All right. Make sure you guys go ahead and like, share, and subscribe. Now, I'm going to show you all one more thing. I'm going to show you guys one more thing, because when people found this out, people are just finding out, like many of you all are right now. Okay. Many of you all are finding this information out right now. And I want to show you guys that a lot of people are really upset, once they found out this information as well. Okay. So this is right here on Reddit. So this was just recently. Okay. So it says, of course, so apparently GM is spying on its drivers through the OnStar feature, selling the data to LexisNexis, who then sold it to insurance companies. Okay. And so people have started to receive their LexisNexis, report. So make sure you guys go ahead and look out to get that as well. But either way, they requested theirs, and you guys can see right here, their file contained 790 records detailing every trip they took in the car, every hard brake, fast acceleration, and every time I went over the speed limit. This is a really scary level of surveillance. Here's the kicker. Watch this. Supposedly, the records were gathered through OnStar, but I never paid for OnStar after the initial 3-month free trial. So I did not agree to the terms of service on an ongoing basis. This is BS. You can contact the attorneys if you guys are part of. Now, this is the attorney that's doing the class action lawsuit. Okay. Now, I don't know if it's still going on because they essentially dropped it because they didn't want to turn this into a big situation. So if you find that if you are driving now, this class action lawsuit is only for people driving a GM vehicle. I got to make sure I say that. Okay. So it's not a class action lawsuit if you have another brand. I don't know that. But to my knowledge, this is GM cars only. Okay. Now, I'm not saying that they're the only ones that's doing it. I'm sure other brands are doing it. But if you think that you may be a part of the class action, you can go and check that out right there. Now, another person says they had my LexisNexis record had more data from my Chevy Bolt than everything else that they had ever collected from me. This is just in a few months, 20 pages. The thing that bugs me is that it seems like they're using a Reagan paddle in my Bolt. It seems the register is hard braking. Fascinating. Okay. So either way, some people essentially this is what's been going on, and people are just completely upset because, again, it's like them against us, and it shouldn't be like that. It most definitely shouldn't be like that. Okay. Now, as you guys saw, they have cut their ties with that. Okay. But I want you guys to understand something. I want to share this with you guys. So now, as they just said here, it's not just car companies. Okay. It's not just car companies. The fine print of disclosing data is used by cable companies, almost any app you download, loyalty programs by retailers. What the core of the plaintiff's complaint is that the law allows data gatherers, date resellers, and data broker, okay, to do things using fine print and language that isn't clear to the data givers, Gordon said. Short version is, it's just a matter of time before people start using this same data for other reasons, guys. So keep an eye on your LexisNexis report just to make sure nothing is happening and being sent, as well. All right. So of course, as they said, GM has they discontinued this. Sorry, I thought I was going to show that page. Let me show that one more time. And right here. So as you guys can see here, GM did stop doing it. Okay. So based on customer feedback, GM is discontinuing Smart Driver, as they call it. Okay. But they said that at GM, we believe that vehicles are not just modes of transportation, they're also technology platforms that can enrich our customers' lives. Yeah. Okay. But it wasn't just LexisNexis, guys. Here's another thing I keep telling you all too. There are a lot of data furnishing companies that we as consumers do not have access to. I've told you guys this. So this is why I keep telling people not everyone's going to allow you to dispute everything. And speaking of disputes, listen, I got a video I'm going to be rolling out this week. There's going to be some major changes coming with disputes because what's happening is there are too many people saying the same stuff. There are too many. Essentially, there's too many disputes coming into to the credit bureaus, and they're going to be making some major changes. So I'll keep you guys posted on that because this is the first time ever. This is the first time ever that they've even mentioned anything about it. And here's the crazy part. They're saying that people are learning how to dispute from YouTube. So it's crazy. Listen, I'll keep you guys posted on that later on this week. I got to see what changes they're going to make or if any changes. This is the first time they've ever said, hey, listen, we're getting too many disputes and there's too many disputes on accurate information. OK, and so I'm just letting you know that maybe making some changes on disputes. Now, a lot of the people you guys are watching, they probably not going to tell you this stuff because they're not that deep into it. I'm telling you. So I'll keep you guys posted as we get this information. OK, so let me know your thoughts inside the comments. How many of you all are driving vehicles right now that have OnStar? Now, again, you do not have to activate OnStar. But how many of you all, let me know inside the comments right now, how many of you all are driving vehicles, okay, that are from GM, okay? Let me know inside of the comments, all right? And so let me go ahead and switch this screen over here, and we'll get back into where we was just at, okay? But let me know inside the comments if you guys are driving any GM vehicles. Also, too, make sure you guys go ahead and like, share, and subscribe, okay? But let me know inside the comments, any one of you driving GM vehicles that has OnStar, or are you paying for OnStar, okay? Now, again, just because they stopped doing it does not mean that they haven't already submitted your information. So make sure you guys go ahead and check out your LexisNexis report. Get back to us in the comments. Let us know if they've been sending your information over, okay? Now, again, if you did find that information, you can go ahead and then go to that link and see if you can be a part of that class action lawsuit, okay? Let us know. Devin, what's going on, sir? We appreciate you being here. All right. So, Devin, do you have a GM vehicle? Let us know if you do. Yanobi, good morning. Do you have a GM vehicle? Did you have OnStar recently? Let us know, guys, inside of the comments. All right. But either way, I want to make sure I got you guys that information. I listen because people have been talking about the video I did recently with about USAA and why so many people have been talking about closing their accounts just because of the fraud and the insurance rates have been going up. But a lot of people, again, insurance has been going up for a lot of brands and for various reasons. OK, for various reasons. So keep that in mind as well. Devin, I'm about to write that down. We do this every time, Devin. I know it's me. I know it's me. Devin says, listen, I'm a girl. You do this every time. I'm sorry. All right, Devin, how are you? Oriel, what's going on, man? Devin says, I always get her mixed up. I'm sorry. Yes, I do apologize. You know what I'm going to start doing? I'm going to start looking at your profile picture first because it's kind of small, like from where I'm looking at. So, yeah, I do apologize about that. Any of you guys driving any GM vehicles? All right. If not, go here. Make sure you guys go and check your LexisNexis. And again, let us know, too, if you all see any other companies that are on there outside of traditional credit companies, right? Because you're not supposed to have that much stuff on there, maybe some rental stuff, stuff like that, but something that looks out of the ordinary, let us know back in the comments so we can, be on top of this stuff. Okay. All right. So listen, Devin, we ain't gonna start nothing today. I'm telling you that right now. We're not gonna start nothing today. Hope you're having a great day as well, Devin. Okay. All right. So let's see here. So Devin says, listen, she says, listen, I have a Toyota. Okay. So I don't have these problems. Okay. Oriel says, cut my dog some slack. He says early in the morning. Oh man, Oriel. Here. Listen, I've messed Devin's situation up multiple times. That's on me. That's on me. But here, let's check this out. Here's the deal. Is that I'm glad you guys are watching this morning as well. Because I wanted to just get you guys this information. We got a lot of videos that dropping later on this week as well. Zillion says, how can I contact you? You cannot contact me directly. Okay. So the short version is that my team handles all of that. So, but if you want a game plan, like if you want me to take a look at your credit report, we most definitely could do that. So you do have a couple different options. So give me a second. I'm gonna pull that up. So if you scan that QR code right there, there's also a link inside of the description as well too. And so I look at the credit report and I create a custom game plan. Okay. So we just had the holiday pass. So of course we got a lot of game plans going to be dropping on Monday. Okay. So I know some of you guys, a lot of you all bought some game plans, around the holiday. So you guys be getting those on Monday. Okay. But I take a personal look at that credit report. Now, if you want a one-on-one, then I'll go ahead and put that link inside of the description below. Okay, so this is why you most definitely have that information as well. So here, I'm going to put this in here. Don't worry, guys. I'm going to get back to the chat in like 2 seconds. I'm going to put this down here. We get this email every day. So I'm like, y'all don't remember this slide in the video? But anyway, it's all good. I got you. It's not a problem. All right. So here, this is right here. So here, when you go here, it's going to take you here. I'm going to put this inside the chat here. Okay. And it's called Let Calvin Take a Look at Your Credit Report. Now, when you do the custom game plan, on the next page, it asks you, do you want to do a one-on-one? Okay. And so you can just upgrade to the one-on-one. That's the best way to do it. But if you just want to figure out what our services are, you can just shoot us an email and you can learn more about our services as well. Okay. Scott says, this is why you freeze LexisNexis. Okay. This is why you freeze LexisNexis. Okay. So again, I'm telling you, listen, a lot of gems are always dropped inside of the comments. So make sure you guys stay on top of that as well. Now, keep in mind, too, there are some data furnishers, as they mentioned, that we as consumers may not have access to. OK, now don't get us wrong. There are things that, of course, not every company has to share everything with us. OK, like I mentioned to you guys, in the mortgage industry, there's a company called Fraud Guard. Right. They do the same thing. You don't have access to your Fraud Guard report. You can't even ask for it. OK, so again, there's a lot of companies that are out there, big names. OK, that they're well past LexisNexis. That's the surface level. OK, but there are things that's going on behind the scenes you guys do not have access to. I'm telling you this. OK, Sandy says, good morning. I have 2 repossessions on my credit that's been paid off for 5 years. That's pulling my credit down. I have no idea what to do. Not a problem, Sandy. So what I would recommend, Sandy, is that you get a game plan. OK, so I would say go ahead and scan that QR code right there and you'll get access and we'll be able to take a look at your credit report and see if that's the only thing slowing your credit down or how we can build around it. OK, now those are the best ways to kind of handle that situation. Now, do keep in mind, though, as items get older, they have a lower value on your how it affects your credit score. OK, so as things get closer to the 7 years, let me at least say that. As things get closer to the 7 years, that's closed. OK, anything that's closed that gets closer to 7 years, technically things that are open too, like a on-time payment that's 5 years old has a lower value because it's getting closer to that 7-year removal. OK, so 7 years is not just for closed accounts. 7 years is for history as well too. So it's not a part of the algorithm. OK, so it's not a part of the algorithm. So let's say, for example, you have a credit card and it's been open for 10 years. 3 out of those 10 years are not going to be on your credit report. OK, it's not going to affect the score. It's not going to be a part of the algorithm. A lot of people don't know that. But that time, though, the time that the account has been open does affect as we know, but that's a very small percentage. Okay, that's 10 to 15% of what makes your score comes from average age of accounts. Okay, so just saying it to say was bringing your score down. We need to take a look at the credit report to actually give you a true game plan. Okay, all right, guys. So here, I don't want to hold you guys up this morning. But that's the information for this morning. We got plenty more information. We're going to keep you guys posted on later on this week as well. All right, guys. Thank you all so much for being here. And by the way, guys, if you're looking to improve, of course, your credit score, we just went over that. But if you're looking to be a part of a credit community, okay, where everyone has goals like home ownership, lowering their car payments, getting a new car, leasing a car, trading in their car, getting high limit credit cards, whatever you're looking to do, okay, you can join our credit community. Let me go ahead and move this off real quick so you guys can actually see it. Okay. But the short version is this is how you get access to our credit community. Okay. You get access to my advanced credit blueprint. This blueprint has helped everybody. Okay. The blueprint essentially was what it's just everything. One do-it-yourself situation. You can't afford the game plan, or you don't want to do the game plan or whatever, then you can start the advanced. Or you could be a part of the community and you get instant access to it. We also have weekly live Q&As where I'm hosting the Q&A. Okay. So again, and there's only like a handful of people on there and it's more intimate. And when I'm on there for at least 30 minutes to an hour, answering all of your credit questions. Okay. You can also send me a direct DM. Okay. That takes about 24 to 40 hours for me to get back to, because y'all are blowing the DM up, which is good. I'm glad I'm helping people. Okay. And then we have our home buyer challenge. We do that. And now we're doing that every month to make sure everyone's on pace for home ownership. Okay. Some people want to go into home ownership, whether it's this year, whether it's next year, whether it's after the election, is whenever you want to do it. But we can help you get into a home this year. You also get early access to my previously recorded YouTube videos. So they love getting that information as well. All right. And then, of course, you could be around a community of goal-oriented people. And, of course, access to all of my 850 Club courses as well. All right. So if you can help you, Nobi says, I know I'm off the subject a little bit, but what do you think about the Magnum credit line? You know what? So Magnum really is just Credit Strong. They just have co-branded it. Yeah, they've co-branded it. So I'm not opposed to it. Here's my thing, though. I want you guys to understand something. When you guys are getting credit builders, I strongly recommend that you here. It just depends on what your budget is. Paying more for a credit builder does not increase your score more. I'm going to say that more for a credit builder does not mean that you're going to increase your score more. Okay. A $25 credit builder, a $5 credit builder from Kickoff will increase your credit score the exact same as a $100 a month credit builder. Okay. I'm just saying that because the Magnum is that's like, I won't say expensive, but it's most definitely one of the more expensive credit builders on the market. Okay. So just make sure you guys stay on top of that. Okay. All right. Yanobi says the community is dope, y'all. Yes, Yanobi's a part of the community. We was talking about her building goals and things of that sort. And listen, I'm telling you, you most definitely want to be in the community. Get your questions answered when you need to. Okay. Don't just wait for me to do a video. Some of you all have questions right then and there. I want to make sure I can help you as much as I can. Okay. Because I know I can't give y'all my phone number because then it'd be crazy. But you know, it's crazy for those who've been watching me for years. I think it was maybe like the first, I don't know which ones it was, but I took them down. But there were some videos where I used to put my cell phone number up there. Oh my God. I had to take those videos down. Okay. But that's good though, because again, as you guys can see, we help people all the time. Everybody you see here, we have helped, not just with home ownership, but improving their credit scores, things of that sort. A lot of people had no idea they could buy a house. Okay. There was three people on here knew that they could buy a home. They knew they could. They just wanted to make sure that they work with us. Okay. But everybody else had no idea or they just say, listen, I want to buy a house. Here's my credit report. Tell me what I need to do right now. And that's what we did. All right. She says, it says kickoff ain't helping me. They about to get kicked to the side. Oh man. So here, but we'll talk more about it in the community. So here, let's jump into the call. Let's jump into a call. Into one of the calls that's going to be coming up this week. That way we can talk about it a little bit deeper and see what's slowing it down. Okay. So yeah. Oriel says, I remember those days. Just for a long time, man. Yeah, it's crazy times, man, crazy times. But yeah, but anyway, I'm still here, guys. I'm still here. All right. So nothing, same old Calvin. All right. Zillion says USAA is finally going to upgrade their secured credit card to an unsecured starting August 1st. That's good information. That's really good information. All right. So almost definitely dig into that and start letting people know about that, especially people who already have a secure credit card with them. So thanks for sharing that information, Zillion Dollar. We appreciate it. I'll see you guys on another video later on this week. If there's something that you guys want to learn more about, let us know inside of the comments or send us an email as well. Okay, so email us what you want to learn more about. Okay, and you guys can send this to the team. We always look at a lot of different topics and we want to make sure we cover everything. Okay, so make sure we do that as well too. Zillion says, I really need to talk to you. I got you, brother. Yeah, we got you. Yeah, so here, just jump into just scan that QR code for the game plan. It'll give you the second page will ask you if you want to do a one-on-one. That's the best way to do it. Okay, I did quite a few one-on-ones earlier this week. And a lot of people just wanted to, man, people are going through some situations, man. And I'm gonna be honest, this type of industry, a lot of people aren't well versed. Sometimes you think you have a legal issue and it's really a credit issue. Some of you all may have a legal issue and you think it's a credit issue. Okay. Some of you all have no idea who to talk to, or you don't want everybody in your business. You know what I'm saying? Just like with taxes. Sometimes you don't want to talk to everybody about that. Investing. Sometimes you don't want to talk to everybody about that. Credit is no different. The problem is there's no one really to talk to about these things or game plan or strategize, for these things. And this is where this comes in. Now, I'm gonna let you guys know, I don't have all the answers, but 98% of the stuff y'all bring me, I got the answers too. Because it's only so much that's going to be on a credit report or a credit report in general. And everyone's looking to do about the same things. It's going to be related to a car. It's going to be related to a home. It's going to be related to a personal loan, a student loan, a credit card, or in some way, shape, form, or fashion, or things that show up on your credit report, child support, evictions, civil lawsuits, it's the same. I've seen over 10,000 credit reports. It's the same stuff. Okay. So you guys can bring me any type of situation. I am here to help you. Okay. And I'll see you guys